Hello students, today we want to discuss paragraph writing and transitional words. Why should we learn paragraph writing? Basically, paragraph is a basic unit of each letter, essay, report or any other piece of writing. We join one paragraph with another paragraph and we are able to write a full-fledged essay, a novel, a drama, a business report, or anything else. So there should be coherence and cohesion between or among paragraphs. If there are two paragraphs, obviously we'll use between. If there are three or more than three, we'll use among. Okay, coherence and cohesion. There should be unity of words and unity of ideas. Ideas should be connected and words should also support the connectivity of ideas. Any composition is not possible without paragraphs. So if we are better able to write paragraphs, we would be able to write essays, letters, reports, stories and novels. What is paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences to develop a main idea. The first sentence of a paragraph should be indented. Indented means just press tab. Suppose this is the first and just tab here and it will move forward. So this is called indentation. Thus it creates a white space and it enhances readability of a paragraph. The sentences in the paragraph support and give examples of the main idea. There are different types of paragraphs. Some paragraphs are descriptive in nature, they describe natural beauty. They are narrative, they tell a story like a joke or a full-fledged story or a biographical story. Persuasive. Sometimes a paragraph is written to convince a reader to some particular phenomena. For example, CTBT was a treaty to stop nuclear test. Nuclear ban should be there. So different essays were written to persuade audience and the countrymen that nuclear power is not good for any country. Expository or explanatory, it gives information to people. Paragraph structure. A paragraph should have a logical structure that is easy to put into an outline. It has topic sentence. Upper layer is topic sentence. In the middle there are supporting details and the last layer is concluding sentence. So ideally it should have 7 to 10 sentences. First sentence is topic sentence. Last sentence is concluding sentence and in the middle 8 sentences are supporting detail if it has 10 sentences. If it has just 7 sentences, so 5 sentences would be covered in supporting detail. Now we present a few topic sentences. A topic sentence is the sentence that tells the reader the main idea of the paragraph. The topic sentence should contain only one main idea. It should be specific and detailed. The topic sentence is often found at the beginning of the paragraph, but it can be in other places too. Now there are some sample topic sentences. When I was a child, I lived in a house that had a strange atmosphere. So the focus is on a house with strange atmosphere. So there would be detail about strange atmosphere in the house. 7 sentences would be written to support it. Then the last sentence is the retelling the same topic sentence. and conclude the whole idea. Kashmir Valley in Pakistan is the most beautiful place on earth. Now, Kashmir Valley and beauty. This is the key idea. This is the key topic. And then beauty. Beauty of fountains, beauty of trees, beauty of mountains, beauty of clouds, and beauty of its herbs, beauty of weather, beauty of air. These things should be explained in its support. My favorite item of clothing is a comfortable worn pair of jeans that I have had for many years. So you will write the paragraph about old jeans. Supporting detail. Sentences that are connected to the main idea. Main idea, we have discussed three main ideas in three topic sentences. All details should be associated with those main ideas. They include information or detail the reader needs in order to understand the topic. Sentences should be ordered in the best possible order. They can be ordered by time, location, evidence, examples, event, or importance. You should understand this concept. If you are telling an evolutionary change, suppose you are describing Khana Kaba's development, you will mention that in this year this building was built, in this year this building was beautified. So in this way you will mention chronological development. Or if you are suppose describing your achievement, your career achievement, so first of all the most important achievement will be told, then the lesser important, then the least important. If it's an event, obviously event should be in a chronological order. If you are describing your travelogue, your supporting detail will start the key places which you have visited. Closing statement or concluding sentence. It sums up the paragraph message. It reminds the reader of the topic. Restate the topic's sentence in some different words. Idea is same. You will take the idea of the topic sentence, but your wording would be different. You will use to conclude, to summarize, in a nutshell. This is a topic sentence, then detail, and then concluding sentence. Please try to understand. A red colored sentence is topic sentence. The ancient Egyptians believed in many different gods and goddesses, and each one had their own role to play in maintaining peace and harmony across the land. So Greek, Egyptian gods and goddesses will be discussed and their roles. Some gods, now detail, supporting detail. Some gods and goddesses took part in creation. Other gods and goddesses brought the flood every year. Some offered protection, and some took care of people after they died. Moreover, Egyptians had local gods who represented towns and minor gods who represented plants or animals. These were the supporting details. Now, concluding sentence. Consequently, the ancient Egyptians believed that it was important to worship these gods and goddesses so that life continued smoothly. So this is the best example of a well-knit paragraph. You should follow this specimen, this example. Okay. Another good example of a paragraph. We bought our first house last November and we love it. It is located in F7. Although we cannot see the lake from our house, yet we do have a beautiful view of Magla Hills. Our house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room and a family room and a large kitchen and dining area. Furthermore, we also have a large backyard and a small garden. To conclude, we are very happy to own our own home, and I hope that we will live there for several years. This is a good example, and transitional words have also been used frequently. Now look at the bad example. You will find out the weaknesses in this paragraph. I live in a house in F7. I like the view from our house. We have lived there since November. We also have a sports car that I like very much. Now look at, this is the deviation. This is wrong. Now why are you discussing sports car? We were in an accident a few months ago. Again, another nonsense. We hit a deer that was crossing the street at night. Again, this is wrong. I felt sorry for the deer. Again, wrong. Because your topic is about house in F7. Why are you discussing deer? Why are you discussing accident? Why are you discussing a sports car? I felt sorry for the deer, but it cost a lot of money to repair the car. So all is wrong. Only first 3-4 sentences are right. Rest of the part is wrong. Okay. Unity in paragraph. A paragraph must be well connected. How can we make it a well connected paragraph? Every sentence must support the main idea. Stick to the point. Put details in a logical order. It can be a chronological. Chronological mean 2001, then 2005, then 2010, then 2015, then 2020. In relation to each other, every sentence should support the second sentence. In order of its importance, those sentences must be in the order of its significance. Okay, transitional words or discourse markers are very important to create coherence and cohesion in a paragraph. You must use them. If you use them, your writing is academic writing. If you do not use them, your writing is not academic writing. To show sequence, I have mentioned 10 to 12 words, but it's necessary to memorize only 3 to 4 words. At first step, you should memorize 3 words, then next time memorize 2-3 words more. In this way, you would be able to memorize all words. First, second, third, then, after, afterwards, since, before, when, whenever, until, as soon as long as, while, again, also, besides, finally, furthermore, last, moreover, next, still, to. These words show sequence, that this event happens after this one. To show cause and effect, that there is some reason and then its result. Therefore, thus, consequently, as a result, for this reason, so that, accordingly, because, for this purpose, hence, thereupon, to this end, since. When you compare two things, similarly, likewise, in like manner, also, in fact, actually, indeed, certainly, again, in the same way, once more, to contrast. When you show contrast, one thing is opposite to another. Black is the contrast of white. However, on the other hand, on the one hand, in contrast, conversely, but yet, on the contrary, nevertheless, nonetheless, still, notwithstanding, despite, still, although, even though, in spite of, instead, regardless. When you show addition, that you add one thing on another, and in addition, also, furthermore, moreover, besides, next, again, to, second, third, another, finally, to indicate time, when you want to mention time, before, now, after, afterwards, subsequently, later, earlier, meanwhile, in the meantime, while, as long as, so far, after a bit, after a few days, after a while, as soon as, at last, at length, at that time, before, earlier, immediately, in the meantime, in the past, lately, presently, shortly, simultaneously, since, then, there, after, until, when. To give examples, for instance, specifically, namely, to illustrate, that is, in particular, after all, even, indeed, in fact, of course, such as the following example, to generalize, in general, for the most part, as a general rule, on the whole, usually, typically, to emphasize a point, indeed, in fact, as a matter of fact, even. When you show a place or you point out some place above, adjacent to mean very close to or linked with, below, beyond, closer to, elsewhere, far, farther on, here, near, nearby, opposite to, there, to the left, to the right. To show qualification. Qualification means how many times you perform some activity. Frequently, often, usually, in general, occasionally, provided, in case, unless, when, since, because, for, if. To signal concession. Concession means you permit some activity. Of course, naturally, although it is true that, granted that, I admit that, it may appear that, although, thou, no doubt, to be sure, whereas, of course, doubtless, undoubtedly, certainly. To conclude or summarize, in conclusion, to conclude, in summary, to summarize, in short, in other words, therefore, thus, in reality, as a result, as has been noted, as I have said, as we have seen, as mentioned earlier, in any event, on the whole, therefore. Okay, students, thank you so much. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. I'm here to assist you. Thank you so much.